Hello, I'm James Currie with the Communication Department here at MCHD, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. And I've got some notes here that I've got to read. I've got two people here with me. I've got Corrina Murray. She's a volunteer with Artsoup Mobile, and Connie Guggenbiller, and she is the director of the Food Pantry at Central Presbyterian Church. Ladies, thank you for being on Wellness Wednesday.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us, James.
Thank you for being here. Now let's talk about this, why all three of us are together here on this recording. So let's start with Artsoup. Tell me a little bit about Artsoup, and then we'll talk about how it relates here to the food pantry.
Okay. Artsoup has a long history in the community. It's been put on for a lot of years by the Loaves and Fish Community Ministry. And it's always the first week of November, which is National Homelessness Week. So it's an opportunity to draw awareness to issues of homelessness and hunger in the community. So this year, we, the Food Pantry, have partnered up with Loaves and Fish, and all proceeds will go to the Food Pantry at Central. But it's an event where you show up for a nice evening party outside, and you get a handmade pottery bowl, a bowl of soup, craft beers from local breweries, listen to some live music, and get to help as well.
Yeah, now it's not a free event. It's a paid event. So yeah, why is the health department talking about this, right? So let me tell you why. Yes, it is a community event. It's a paid event, and the proceeds from the event go to the food pantry. And the reason why we're talking about it is because there is a very big need. There's a food insecurity need in this community in Mobile County. So we're going to talk to Connie, and she is with the food pantry at Central, which is Central Presbyterian Church. So before we recorded, we talked about some stats. So, and they were pretty staggering. Can you go over those again, please?
I would be glad to. We started pre-COVID with 80 to 90 families a week. And when it started ramping up, we slowly have climbed. We are now doing 900% over what we were doing pre-COVID.
Yeah, 900%. That is that's a big number. There's a lot of zeros that are attached to that. And there's definitely a need. You know, there's a bunch of different factors that go into, you know, why someone now has a need for a food pantry. So, you know, some of those things have been talked about in the media here and there. So we won't go into all of those details, but, you know, you all have, you know, just, you've kind of streamlined the process a little bit. So you've made it where, you know, you've kind of removed the stigma of going to a food pantry. So talk a little bit about that also too.
So we realized early on that in order to serve as many people as we could, we needed, and to do it in a kind way, that we needed to make it also easy for them, for our clients. And so we had someone early on that developed us a software so we could have people call in and make appointments, so many per hour. So we make 550 appointments with our phone line. After the appointments, the announcement on the phone will say, all of our appointments are full, but please feel free to come at 11 o'clock and we will give you what we can. So we tried to take away the stigma of somebody driving up and saying, I don't have an appointment, can I get food? And we always try to tell them we try to give food to everybody that comes.
Mm-hmm. And what day of the week is that?
We do it on Tuesday morning from 9 until we get through, which is usually about 12 or 12:30. Unfortunately, we do wear out. So after a while, we've got to go home. The parking lot is a block away at the School of Math and Science at Caroline and Ann. And we have a great parking lot crew that helps people get into the right lines, gets them registered. People can pick up for up to 3 other families because we know there are people without cars, there are people with sick children or elderly. And so somebody might need to pick up for others. So we allow them to pick up for up to 3 other families.
That's great.
Right now, even though we're making 550 appointments, with deliveries, and over and above those appointments, we're serving about 900 families every week.
That's great. It's good to be able to, identify that need in our community. And, like we spoke about just a little bit ago before we started Wellness Wednesday, we formed a new partnership with you, and you have graciously agreed to help get our materials out into the community for WIC services and our medical services through Family Health. And we want to thank you for that also too, for that partnership.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
we have found that so many people get some food stamps, which assists them, but it's not nearly enough. Even when we partnered with Cathedral Place, Joyce Lamar, who's over there, says by the end of the month, their food stores have really gone down. So we are identifying places where the elderly especially are starting to run out of food towards the end of the month.
Absolutely. And, that's another thing too with our WIC program. We've identified those food insecurities, and, we want to be able to, make sure that we have healthy babies up to age 5, in our community, and that's who WIC serves. So, we're really thankful for where we can take this new partnership also with you. So let's jump back over and talk about Artsoup for just a moment. With that donation, and like we said, it's a paid event. It's $35 if you buy it ahead of time, and you're going to be able to eat. You're going to be able to keep the, let me let you talk about the bowl. How about that?
So what's neat about it is it's all community artists. So we have Tony Wright, the instructor of ceramics at University of South Alabama, and all of his talented students. We have glass bowls coming from their glass program there. Then we have other local artists. So everybody for the last couple months, including just community members, have been coming in to make bowls at Central at Moonstruck. So it's a real team effort to make a bunch of beautiful bowls. And then when you buy your ticket, you get early access to select. So that's when the kind of exciting moment is everybody comes in and picks out their work of art that they get to take home. Now,
the reasoning for the name Artsoup also is significant as well. So tell me about that too.
Right. So the empty, I'm talking about kind of the fun art aspect, but the empty bowl has a real significance. We want everyone to gather and help to fill the empty bowls in the community. So that empty bowl is hunger and food insecurity and homelessness.
Yeah, that's a very, very powerful visual. So I'm really thankful for you for that event, and then for the reciprocation of it, of where that goes to, which is, to the food pantry. So, how could the community lose, right? This is a win for everyone. So we're going to wrap up here just one moment. Anything else you all would like to add about the event or your program?
I think that it's important twofold, that people realize that we're here to help them. Don't feel, don't worry about calling for an appointment. I think it's important that we give them that phone number, 251-999-9019. You call it 2 on Tuesday for your appointment the following Tuesday. And then I think the other thing is donations. It's always important that we plug in a little bit there over and above Artsoup. That if you go to our website, the Food Pantry at Central, there's a donate button, and everything that we get, it goes 100% to buy food.
Right, and we know that there's definitely a need. We need to give your web address also too for Artsoup if you want to give that.
So the event is this Friday during ArtWalk, and so you can buy tickets ahead of time on Eventbrite. And so just search for Artsoup on Eventbrite, or you can go to Facebook, Artsoup Mobile, and then that will lead you there as well. Or you can just show up at ArtWalk on Friday night downtown, right in front of the Saenger Theater, and you can buy tickets right there. And we'll also have a way to just donate if you want to stop by and just give a little money for the pantry.
So yeah, at the door, it's $5 more, but you're always going to welcome if someone wants to purchase a ticket for a little bit more, right?
Right. You can fill the bowl as much as you want.
Absolutely. And that's the whole point. Well, ladies, thank you so much. We're going to be putting all of this information also too posted along with the video, so people will be able to get more information from you for the event and for the program. So thank you both for being on Wellness Wednesday.
Thank you so much for having us. It was great to talk with you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.